A multi-agency team has been established to fast-track distribution of the subsidized fertilizers to farmers this planting season. Cooperatives and Micro, Small and Medium Enterprise Development Cabinet Secretary Simon Chelugui says that this part of the efforts by government to increase food production by increasing access and addressing the cost of farming inputs such as fertilizer, pesticides, seeds, and animal feeds is welcome. Here are the details of these and other stories in our briefs.
Chelugui says reliance on imported food is unacceptable when Kenya has the capacity to produce enough for local consumption and export. He says the government is putting in place relevant infrastructure and support systems to enhance food production. Chelugui says a multi-agency has been established to distribute the subsidized fertilizer in 21 counties.
Our desire as an administration is to invest in production, to empower stockists and distributors who are seated in this room, as opposed to empowering traders who are importing foodstuff.
Still on food security matters, Crops Principal Secretary Harsama Kelo says millers have been unable to find cheap maize at the international market to match the 4,200 shillings landing cost set by the government for a 90 kg bag of maize. He says talks are ongoing between millers and traders to increase the minimum landing cost of maize to enable Kenyan importers compete for the scarce maize in the international market.
Some of them have told us that price is too high. The dollar exchange rate is not favoring them. The maize availability is also a big problem because it is very scarce. So we are trying to negotiate, and we have agreed with some of them.
And the adoption and uptake of warehousing receipt system has received a shot in the arm following the signing of a 3 billion shillings deal between the Ministry of Investments, Trade and Industry and the International Finance Corporation. The 3-year deal will support drafting of a regulatory framework and setting up a central registry.
Farmers, from now on, if this system is operationalized, will be able to use their receipts, their WRS receipts, even to pay their hospital bills.
Elsewhere, the film industry requires a fine-tuning of acting talent to provide the flexibility and diversity required to meet consumer demand. MultiChoice Kenya Managing Director Nancy Matimu says besides leveraging on the digital space, Kenya's creative industry should learn their audience needs for maximum monetization and commercialization.
Access content, watch whatever content that you want wherever you are at, honestly and authentically, and showcasing the side of Kenya and Africa that many people or international platforms do not have been able to showcase.
Finally, the government will train small-scale miners on artisanal mining in a bid to enhance regulation and help alleviate unemployment. Mining Cabinet Secretary Salim Mvurya says the government intends to formalize artisanal mining through reforms that seeks to align the industry with the best global practices.
Ambao tunaunuia kutengeneza hapa mradi wa mambo ya mawe, tunataka kutafuta mwekezaji kuanzia wiki ijayo ili hii kiwanda ijengwe hapa kwenu.
Benson Drioba reporting for Prime Edition.